We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup.
This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's today's news. Defense attorneys representing Michael Sussman in the first trial stemming from special counsel John Durham's investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe moved for a mistrial, a request the federal judge presiding over the case denied. Durham entered transcripts of depositions into evidence which disprove Sussman's case. Sussman is charged with lying to the FBI in order to start an investigation of Donald Trump's ties to Russia that were proven to be lies spread in the Steele dossier created by the Clinton campaign. Sussman claimed that he reported the findings to the FBI as a concerned citizen, but later billed the Clinton campaign for his time during those meetings. To date, Hillary Clinton has answered no questions about the campaign fraud. Average gas prices in the U.S. reached a new record high Thursday, according to AAA's gas price calculator, after Republican senators slammed into the Biden administration for a de facto ban on new drilling. The national average cost of a regular gallon of gasoline hit $4.58 early Thursday morning. This price topped Wednesday's previous record of $4.56, which had beat Tuesday's record of $4.52. In turn, this had beaten Monday's record, setting a string of record high prices. The White House has blamed Russian President Vladimir Putin for the record high gas prices in the U.S., despite gas prices beginning to rise almost a year before Putin invaded Ukraine. Goldman Sachs predicts that gas prices will hit $6 nationwide by August. The Department of Homeland Security's controversial Disinformation Board has been put on hold. The board's director, Nina Jankowicz, has a long history of liberal advocacy, from ripping Elon Musk's planned Twitter takeover to dismissing the Hunter Biden laptop story in 2020 as a Russian influence op and fairy tale. Jankowicz came under fire for these positions and has been discredited as an impartial arbiter of content. The Disinformation Board was announced several days after Elon Musk started to purchase Twitter in order to turn it into a bastion of free speech. The board was widely considered to be a politicalization of the DHS for the Biden administration to attempt to discredit news stories that portrayed them in a negative light. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 1,165 points, or 3.6% on Wednesday, in its worst day since June 2020. A disappointing quarterly earnings report from retail giant Target fueled fears that inflation will tip the economy into a recession. The S&P 500 fell just over 4%, also its worst single-day decline since 2020. The tech-heavy NASDAQ plummeted 4.7%, its worst drop since May 5th. Stock futures fell sharply early Thursday. Target is one of many retailers and other large companies seeing their profits eroded by high transport and inventory costs. It's clear that transportation costs matter and they're impacting some of the largest companies, said Kim Forrest, founder of Boken Capital. President Biden on Wednesday invoked the Defense Production Act to accelerate infant formula production as part of an effort to ease a shortage worsened by the shutdown of the largest U.S. formula factory. The Defense Production Act order requires suppliers to fulfill orders from baby formula producers before other customers. Biden also authorized the Defense Department to use commercial aircraft to fly formula from other countries into the U.S. The White House is calling the effort Operation Fly Formula. Formula supplies were already tight due to global supply chain disruptions, but the crisis deepened when Abbott Nutrition had to shut down its factory in February and recalled formula produced there over safety concerns. In March, the FDA had determined that those safety concerns were not related to the factory, and yet the factory still remained closed. Finally, Feld Entertainment announced Wednesday that it will relaunch a new revamped version of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus starting next year, 5 years after it said it was shutting down for good. The circus ended its 146-year run as it struggled with declining sales and increased criticism from animal rights activists for its use of lions, tigers, and elephant acts. The new version of what Ringling Brothers long billed as the greatest show on earth will have no animal acts. But the circus is actively recruiting ringmasters, clowns, and acrobats in preparation for a tour of more than 50 cities scheduled to start September 28th, 2023. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.